it seems like we're way back in the 60s and the 70s again, and I just want to make sure that corporations are treated as corporations and not as people, so that everyone's religious liberty and religious freedom is defended, regardless of your religion and regardless of your form of birth control.
You should have seen the gleam in the eye for Richard over here when she said, feels like we're back in the 60s or 70s. High drama today at the Supreme Court as the so-called Hobby Lobby case was heard. At issue, of course, can companies now, claim religious objections to, in this case, contraception health care coverage. Andrew?
Well, Rich, the question here comes from a mandate in the health care reform law that requires companies to provide contraception and emergency contraception coverage in their healthcare policies. Hobby Lobby is a craft store. It's family-owned, and the owners are very religious Christians. They are opposed to contraception. Now, if public opinion plays a role, the court would rule against the company. In a recent Hart poll of women 18 to 55, 2/3 said they oppose the Hobby Lobby stance. Rich?
All right, Andrew, thank you. Tom, you think the company should be able to say, listen, we have our rights as well, and we should be able to decide what we do and don't want to cover for our private corporation?
Make them answer.
I let him
Make
talk.
them answer.
You know, look, I think that I have a problem falling under the corporate heading, but if I had to come down to it, then, you know, look, then you have a right to go work somewhere else. I think that people who have certain religious beliefs, if there are things that don't fall under that with contraceptives, as outdated and ridiculous as that may be, I would think that you as an individual can make a determination. I'm going to work here or I'm not going to work there.
Wait until a corporation attempts to apply Sharia law to something it believes in sincerely, or wait until there's a sincere religious objection for a Christian company to hire Jews or for a Jewish company to hire Christians. Once you engage in interstate commerce, you have said that I want to be treated like everybody else in the realm of interstate commerce. If there are anti-discrimination laws that would apply to every corporation, it should apply to corporation no matter what the religious
But is
views.
contraception discriminatory?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
No,
not.
no,
There's difference there.
But how do you do? The only time this is going to apply is to contraception?
No. I'm
What
just
happens?
saying. I'm just saying because we were talking
What
this morning
happens-
about what happens if a very Christian company wants to ban homosexuals from their company because it's against their religious principles. But that is discrimination. Right?
Any of this is discrimination against the person whose rights are being contracted if you allow a corporation to assert its religious views in the marketplace. If you open this door, it's never going to close.
Yeah, but you have a right to contraceptives. I mean, I think that what we can't do is what we always happen in these debates. And look, I understand you on this one, and again, that's why I hesitate in answering it. But I think we can't just take the extremes in this case, because we can't say, well, could a Christian company say we don't want homosexuals working here? That's discrimination. But I don't think you have a right to contraceptives.
Well, you're wrong.
Okay,
and
Richard,
the Supreme Court's decided that.
But what
Griswold
this
v.
is
US.
2014.
Connecticut.
2014, and we're talking about birth control? I mean, 2014? We're still talking about controlling a woman's body? It's amazing that these HMOs and these same companies, Hobby Lobby, whatever you want to call it, they cover Viagra. So the man is protected, but we're not going to cover.
The man protected.
Well, I mean, the man has what he wants.
It's a family
The
show.
man protects. Wait a second.
Seriously,
Isn't
how do
the
you
man
cover
putting a condom on?
Viagra?
Isn't
Wait,
the man-
wait,
I mean,
wait.
we're not gonna-
How do you cover?
Let's not make it that
Tom.
issue,
How do you cover Viagra easily,
Dominic,
but you don't cover birth control for the
Make
women?
him not answer.
I mean,
One has nothing.
one has nothing to do with. Ask a woman if it has one. The one doesn't have to do with the other. So her birth
you're
control.
comparing Viagra and a condom?
If you're gonna, if
Viagra and a condom are the same things?
I warned you.
basically,
How-
one is to enhance a man's performance.
And one is to stop a pregnancy.
Okay,
It's
so
two
what's the
totally-
difference?
Well, you can take
we know
Viagra and
the
put a
difference.
condom on. I mean, I mean,
Point
come on.
taken, Dominic. Point taken.
It's a lame point, though. One has nothing to do with the other. You could take Viagra and slap a condom on.
See the male mindset? How dare you not cover Viagra? Viagra has to be
I'm not
covered.
arguing to cover Viagra. I'm arguing that one has nothing to do with the other. I'm sure you've
Okay,
taken Viagra
look.
many times and slapped the condom on, right?
All right, how about
Okay, yeah.
let me try to get the two of them on the same plane because
No, don't do that.
vasectomies are covered in healthcare
Yes.
plans. So vasectomies are a birth control measure, are they not?
They are, but
a
I'm
final
saying that
one,
maybe
yeah.
the hobby people don't want vasectomies covered. I'm saying is that I'm arguing a point that I
restrict this legal argument to issues of sex and contraception, it's going to eat up the American economy, and it's going to undermine a legal structure that's taken 100 years to create. This is not just another corporation, corporate United, something United, Citizens United. Case. This is about whether or not we're going to fracture into a series of religious tribes and conduct ourselves according to our religion while we're involved.
See, I think that's
in
it,
the
but I also
economy.
think it's about something else that we've been dancing around for the last 8 years, 10 years, whatever it is. We live in one country, and we have one government. You don't have to like the government. You get to vote every 4 years who you want as your president, and more often than not, who you want for your representative, and we all know how civics work. But in some way, shape, or form, what this is really about is, you know what, I don't like the national health care policy. Forget that they litigated it and they've gone through the legislative process. I want to have my own thing. And whether you like it or not, whether I like one president or not, it doesn't matter. This is a country, and you got to all abide by the same set of rules or laws, whatever the case may be. It just seems so often that people are finding another way to really kind of litigate that. And to me, that's where this stuff kind of gets off the
You got
rails.
too many trial lawyers in this country. I mean, that's the problem, right, Richard? Too
Wrong.
many trial lawyers in this country.
The
It's
fact of the
killing
matter is
us.
you're both wrong.
They've increased
The
costs
Hobby
throughout the
Lobby people
roof.
have every right to make their point in a court,
You don't like to agree with anyone.
and the
Yes.
courts should make sure that it goes no further than that.
Okay, this next one, though, I wonder if anyone's going to agree with it. I don't think any of this table will. If we were down in Georgia here, you would not believe the debate that's going on right now at the state legislature, and that is whether a pro-gun law would giving permit holders the right to carry their guns, I'm talking just about anywhere. Forget about colleges here, go into the churches, go into the bars, wherever the case may be. Critics say the move is a step in the wrong direction following the tragedy at Sandy Hook. But if you look at gun sales in this country, you may think twice.